Hey, Hope Waukee, Pastor John here with this week's E-News. Hey, I am hanging out by, yes, believe it or not, a full immersion baptism fountain. In fact, a couple of them, because later tonight, there are going to be over 60 students, 6th through 12th graders, that are going to be baptized for the first time or affirming their faith. And it is incredibly exciting to see the ways that God is moving in the lives, in the hearts of our students. So we give God praise for this. This doesn't happen all the time. And contrary to popular belief, God is moving in the lives of the young people of our church. So many people would say, oh, students don't want anything to do with the church, but that's not the case here at Hope Waukee, and we give God praise for that. So join us in praying for all of these students whose lives are changing. They're putting their faith in Jesus. They're taking their next step of faith. And that's what I challenged the students and the rest of our church with here on Wednesday night, is to take their next step. And I wonder, what is your next step? Maybe it is baptism and putting your faith in Jesus for the first time, but maybe it's taking a class or starting to serve or showing up at worship on a regular basis. That next step looks different for everybody. And I think a lot of times we get confused about what it means to follow Jesus. We think it's just believing the right things, or maybe showing up at worship, or just being busy for Jesus. All those things are well and good, but ultimately, being a Christian is about following Jesus, a lifestyle, 24/7, following Jesus with all of who we are. And there's a lot of ways that you can do that as we continue through this Lent season. Maybe it's being baptized, but maybe for you, it's coming and participating in the women's event this Friday night, women's gathering, learning all about the power of story. You're welcome to come join us. Maybe it's growing in your prayer life and coming to our prayer team training on April 8th. Maybe it's serving, growing in your faith that way. We've got a spring work day coming up on April 12th. Everybody's welcome, all ages, all skill levels, projects inside and outside. And so we'll meet, rain or shine, and we'll help get the building ready, both for Holy Week, Easter, and then also confirmation coming up in early May. Speaking of Holy Week, it's almost here, just a few weeks before we kick it all off. Palm Sunday, April 13th, continues that week with Maundy, Thursday, Good Friday, and of course our Easter services on Saturday the 19th and Sunday the 20th. Start thinking now about who is God calling you to invite. Pray, think about who are those friends and neighbors and coworkers that God is calling you to invite. Speaking of following Jesus, I cannot wait to preach this weekend about what it means to follow Jesus today and live out our faith. Bring a Bible, bring a friend, and we will see you this Sunday.